Hello, this is Carrie from PNW Wine Life and Style. I'm here in Woodinville, Washington, with a few news items of interest I wanted to share with you. Nobody asked us to do this news or pay for it or sponsored or anything like that. It's all things I want you to know about because they sound cool. I'm going to mention that I'm headed today to something called Bourbon and Barks, and I think it's once a month on Sundays at Northwest Distillery over by Vaughn's 1000 Spirits of Woodinville. They let dogs into the distillery and you can have bourbon and pet people's dogs. I'm so excited. I think it's at 3 p.m. today. Anyway, we are at PNW Wine Life and Style. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube because we're going to be doing a whole bunch of videos over there lately because Facebook and Instagram don't really show our content to you, even if you asked to be shown it. Be sure to click like and comment on those platforms because it'll teach Instagram and Facebook that you want to hear from us. So, my first piece of news for the day, I have to throw up on the screen here so you can see it. Let me just get it ready. Aha. Columbia Winery. You probably already heard this. I wanted to make sure. It's now called Columbia Collective. We learned this from Northwest Wine Report, which you can subscribe to because it helps support Sean Sullivan in giving us breaking news about wine in Washington State and the Northwest. Here is the subscribe link, northwestwinereport.com. Subscribe. I am a subscriber. So Columbia Winery is going to have several winemakers in there, several small tasting rooms, and be mainly an event space. It's wonderful for winemakers that have smaller tasting rooms and want to have wine club dinners and events. They will be able to go over and rent it out and borrow it and have wine parties there. I'm so glad that the Columbia building is still being used for something wine related. It's gorgeous. It has a wonderful parking lot, etc. This is great news. Next piece of news I had for you, if I can find it. I wanted to mention something I saw on Instagram in case you didn't see it. It is Gard Vintners' new orange style Pinot Gris. It's called Tigre, which is making me laugh. Like, is that named after a tiger? I really enjoyed their skin contact wine that they made a couple years ago, maybe even recently. It was kind of an orange wine too. It was delicious, so I'm excited to try this one. Let me hide the banner so you can see their photo, which I shamelessly stole off of their Instagram. Thank you. I'm very curious to try this, and I'm a huge fan of Pinot Gris. The next thing I wanted to mention is work from Village Wednesdays at Village Wines in Woodinville. I personally go about every other Wednesday. I'll be there this week. They let you, it's kind of a slow day on Wednesdays, and so they let you bring a laptop and plug in. Of course, you want to order a meal and something to drink. It doesn't have to be alcohol, but I have to mention Village Wines has wine, beer, and now cocktails. So I generally do have a glass with lunch. And then they don't mind if you kind of sit there on your laptop getting stuff done quietly. We don't want to have loud cell phone conversations. But I usually invite other members of the industry to come out and we network and kind of brainstorm. And if you see me sitting there, come on over and say hi. Join me at my table or eat with us or not or whatever. I will definitely be dorking out on the laptop getting some work done. So that's work from Village Wednesdays at Village Wines in Woodinville in the Hollywood district. The next thing I wanted to mention, you probably already heard, JM Cellars is going wine club only at their Bramble Bump location, which totally makes sense to me because the parking situation there is bad and there's a whole bunch of apartments and homes going up the hill from them, up this narrow little street. It's going to be crazy. And wine club members are going to be able to relax in style. And it's an incentive to join the wine club besides their delicious wine. For those of us who have not joined the club, we can still go to their tasting room at Maltby. But reservations are definitely recommended at Maltby as well because JM Cellars is so popular. And don't forget that they also own Hop and Seed, a little brewery beer place over in Artisan Hill, which I take my boyfriend to now, and it's dog friendly, by the way. The next thing I wanted to mention, I am a club member at Savage Grace, and they just put this on their Instagram, and I ran over and stole the picture. It's their Cru Carbonic Cabernet Franc. And I'm not a wine expert, I'm just a wine drinker, so I had to look up what Cru Carbonic is, and I'll let you go look it up for yourself too. It's going to be really interesting, and the color of this wine is very surprising. So I'm definitely going to go grab a bottle of this and taste it and see what's going on. I might taste it on camera one of these days. Who knows? I have one more piece of news before I let you go. I wanted to remind everyone that Mother's Day is coming up Sunday, May 12th. If you think that you're taking your mother out to a restaurant or winery in Woodinville on Mother's Day, make reservations right now. Everywhere is getting very, very filled up because most people's mothers definitely want to go out to a winery on Mother's Day. I speak for us all. So Sunday, May 12th is coming up faster than we would think. If you're going to Woodinville, be sure to get reservations as soon as you possibly can. Have a great Mother's Day and drop me a note and let me know what you thought of our first inaugural wine news show. I did one a while back, but I kind of like the format. I want to keep it brief, under 10 minutes. Let me know what you thought. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.